up, my YouTube people? Thanks for coming back to see just what I do today. As you can see, we are back in the kitchen again. Today we are going to be cooking pretty much a one-pot family-style dinner. It's quick and easy, something simple, and everybody hopefully will like it. So, we're going to dive right into this video. Again, thanks for clicking on this video. I greatly appreciate your support. And I hope you stick around to the end. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And don't forget to whack the like button. And comment down below anything you want. I don't care. Comment anything. Helps my algorithm. Okay. We're going to run down the ingredients real quick. This recipe is called Pepperoni Chicken. It's going to be quick and simple. As I said before, only a couple of ingredients. You're going to need 2 bell peppers, a big thing of pepperoni, some boneless, skinless chicken of your choice. It could be chicken tenders, it could be chicken breasts, it could be whatever, just as long as it's boneless, skinless. This bag of chicken was the only chicken at King Soopers. You're going to need about a cup of this thick and chunky salsa, or picante sauce in medium, mild, whatever flavor you like. You're also going to need some rice, because we're going to put this over rice. And then we're going to season it up with some onion powder, some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, some seasonal, and some pepper. So, let me move all this stuff aside, and we'll do the first step of this pepperoni chicken family-style dinner. The first thing that we're going to do is prepare our rice. Now, I have this butter container. It has just a little remnants of butter left into it. We're going to put about 2.5 cups of rice into this container. And of course, I measure nothing. I always eyeball stuff. We're going to call that good. And that was just regular long grain rice. You can use the instant if you want to. I'm just going with the long grain. And then we want to add just enough water to cover the rice. So there we go. We got water in there and our rice. We're going to put the lid on, throw it in the nuker for about 5 minutes, roughly. We'll check it here in a little bit. So let me go put this in the microwave. I'll be right back. The next step to this recipe, we are going to prepare our chicken. Now I've got a pot here warming up. We're going to put a little oil in the bottom of the pan. Just regular cooking oil. You can use olive oil, you can use whatever your preference is. Now, it's super simple. All we're going to do is cut this boneless, skinless chicken into chunks. Now, if you want to make this more fancy, like a 2-person dinner-in type thing, leave the chicken whole and serve it that way. But I'm making it more family style, so I'm going to cut it up. So everybody gets a bit more chicken rather than just one piece, so there'll be lots of leftovers for the next night. So, let me move you in closer, and I'll show you what I mean by cutting up this chicken. My oil is getting nice and hot. I'm going to turn the burner down to medium. And all that we're going to do is cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces. That's it. You could use leftover chicken from a different dinner. That would be good in this. This would be good for leftover chicken. So that's it. Just in bite-sized pieces. We're going to get it in the pan. Brown them all. Once I get all the chicken cut up, I'll bring you back. And we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I got all that chicken cut up and put in the pot. We're going to turn that back up to high. And we are just going to brown all this chicken. Now, if you're making this for just 1 or 2 people instead of family style, you'll just leave the chicken whole and just brown both sides. And before you start making the sauce, you'll just pull it out of the pan, make the sauce, and then put your chicken back in. But since I'm making this a family style, that's why the chicken's cut up, I'm not going to worry about pulling the chicken out before I go making the sauce. So while that chicken is browning, we are going to slice up our peppers. Now I just washed up my board and my knife, got everything all cleaned up. There's nothing fancy to cleaning up these peppers. We're just going to core it. Take out any of the ribs. And then just dice it up about the same size as we did the chicken. Now you could always use an orange bell pepper, or yellow bell pepper, or red bell pepper. This is all King Soopers had, so this is what I'm going with. So that's about it for the bell pepper. Let's go back to the chicken. Now I'm not too worried about fully cooking it because it will finish cooking in the sauce. We are just sort of browning it for now. Okay, I'm going to let this go for a bit longer, get it all nice and brown, then I'll bring it back, we'll throw the peppers in. I'm going to cut up this other bell pepper real quick, and we'll continue with this pepperoni chicken family style dinner. Okay, the chicken's all nice and browned now, as you can see. So we're going to turn the heat back down to medium. I went and fluffed up the rice and added some more butter to it. So that's all ready to go. So now we're going to add our diced up bell pepper. Now, if you don't like bell pepper, use less bell pepper, or don't use any at all. It's up to you. Give that a nice stir. Now again, this is the family style version. If you're doing like the 1 or 2 person style version, where you keep the chicken whole, you want to remove the chicken before you start making your sauce, because that's what we're about to do now. So when you remove your chicken, you toss in your pepper and every other step that I'm about to do, and then when the sauce is all done and simmering, you'd add your chicken back. But since I'm doing this in the family style version, I'm not going to worry about removing the chicken. Give that all a nice stir. Now we are going to be adding our... Before we go adding our salsa, we are going to season our chicken. Almost forgot. We're going to season it with some Italian seasoning. Again, season it to your liking. If you like more garlic, then add more garlic. You could always add fresh garlic into here if you wanted to. I'm just using the powdered. Again, season it to your liking. If you don't like garlic, then don't use garlic. Then we're going to add some onion powder. You could add a fresh onion into here if you wanted to. But it's also in the salsa too. a little bit of black pepper. And then a little bit of seasonal. Give that a good stir. Make sure everything's well seasoned. Now the reason why I didn't do that when the chicken was browning is I didn't want the seasonings to burn and stick to the bottom of the pan. And then your pepperoni chicken would have a weird, bitter, burnt taste. So, there's that. Now we are going to be adding our picante sauce or salsa, whichever you're going to use. I'm using the mild version. You could use the hot version if you want. I'm not a super fan of super spicy stuff, except for Frank's Red Hot, but that's not super spicy. Because lately I put that shit on everything, except for this. So, we're going to add in this whole jar. This is a 24-ounce jar. We're just going to dump the whole thing in. I'm going to put a little bit of water in the jar, give the jar a swirl, dump that in too. I just want to give this a good stir. Now, if it doesn't seem like enough sauce, add a little bit more water, which I think I will. Give that a good stir again. Now, while this comes back up to a nice simmer, because you're going to want this to simmer for about 10-15 minutes before you go serving it. While that comes back up to a nice simmer, let's dice up our pepperonis. Now again, this is a 6-ounce pack of pepperoni. If you want more pepperoni, add in your pepperoni. Add more. Now all we're going to do is just slice this into somewhat small pieces. Not too small to where you can't tell what the heck is in on your spoon, but small enough to where everybody gets a decent amount and you can tell that it's pepperoni chicken. You get the point. It's extremely rough cut. Now, if you didn't want to go cutting up your pepperonis, you could go and get the mini pepperonis. This is just in case I didn't have enough pepperoni. But I think I will have enough using this 6-ounce package. So I am going to cut up the other half of this sleeve of pepperoni. By that time, my sauce and chicken should be simmering. So I'll bring you back and show you the next step. Alright, as you can see, my sauce has come back up to a really nice simmer. Now, if you were doing this in the single version, not the family size version, now is when you'd want to add back your chicken. But since we're doing the family style version, we don't have to worry about adding back the chicken, it's already in it. Now, I've got all my pepperonis all nicely chopped up. Very rough cut, no specific size, no nothing. We're going to dump that all in. all of the pepperoni, the whole 6-ounce package, minus a couple bites. Give this a good stir so it breaks up some of those pepperonis. Let's try and break them all up. Now we're going to put the lid on this and let it simmer. Turn it back down to medium and let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until the peppers are a bit tender and not so crunchy anymore. So I'll see you back in about 10 minutes and we'll give this a test run, see if it's any good. We'll give it a try. So see you in about roughly 15 minutes when it starts smelling really good. Okay, our pepperoni chicken has been simmering for about 15 minutes now. As you can see, it's nice and saucy and all the peppers are soft now. Because that's what you want. You don't want crunchy peppers. They're supposed to be soft. And there's lots of pepperoni in there. So, let me spin the camera around. We'll plate this up and I'll give you a taste. Okay, here's our rice. It's nice and buttery. Gonna give it a quick little fluff. Gonna put some down on the plate first. No, not a whole lot, but this is just a taste test. And we're gonna take some of our pepperoni chicken. Just put it on the top of the rice with lots of sauce. And there we go. That is pepperoni chicken over nice buttery rice. Let me grab another spoon and I'll give you a taste. Make sure we get a piece of bell pepper in there. Okay, here you go. Careful, it might still be hot. So what do you think? I think it came out really good. It has just enough pepperoni taste to it. Now again, this is the family style version. If you're doing it just like for 2 people or so, you can leave the chicken whole. But I made this the family style version and cut up the chicken. So, that's going to end this video of the pepperoni chicken family style dinner. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Try that again. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. I think it came out really good. Sorry, the pups distracted me. I think it came out really good though. Leave a comment down below on if you've ever had pepperoni chicken before. Or when you do try it, let me know how it came out for you. So, I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching Just What I Do. Please subscribe, whack the like button, and I'll catch you next time on Just What I Do. Don't forget to catch my Friday videos. They're completely different from my Tuesday videos. If you want to see the Colorado mountains, what they look like during the winter, check out my Friday videos. And I'm still doing the merch and money giveaway. I just have to hit a certain number of subscribers first. There'll be a first prize winner and a second prize winner. But once I hit at least 2,000 subscribers, we'll talk more about that. But until then, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching Just What I Do. Bye.